all these things
realize that all this piles up. And again, not to get you discouraged from buying a house.
The greatest thing to have a house anyway.
100%.
That's your kingdom, your castle, your sanctuary.
We just want you to be aware of costs that can come up in the back. Are you ready to buy a house right now?
Are we? I already bought my house. We're good to go.
But I mean, I think, let me rephrase this a little bit because, everybody, oh, yeah, I'm ready. No, but are you really ready? Like, the mortgage process, let's take the mortgage process out of the equation. Like, we can help you get there. Yeah. Another loan officer can help you get into the house. But do you know what is expected or what's coming after the fact?
Right? But let's talk about what is expected off the rip, right? You're going to need to hire movers to move into your house. After the closing date.
If you don't have the movers, U-Haul, at the minimum, a truck.
Absolutely. But even then, that costs money, right? Depending on the mileage, what kind of vehicle you get, yada, yada, yada. That's number one. Number two, would you say changing locks and stuff like that?
Changing locks on the house, because you don't know how many keys are floating around of that same key that you just bought from somebody else.
I think a lot of people don't understand that because you have to change those locks.
People
have rented that property or whatnot.
So you have to change it. Now, another thing is the house clean already? Like, are you coming? Because Jose, how many times have you been in an open house?
In an open house.
Not even like we're moving. We're going to an open house, and some open houses are amazing. They make those houses look pristine.
Exactly, yeah.
But then you got those other ones that are a little funkified.
I've been open house. They got dogs. The smell of animals is in there, right? And you know that the carpet's not. It's all stained up and things you have to do. So you're gonna get a professional cleaner after you move in, right? When you already bought the house, you might have to rip up carpets. You might have to have it professionally cleaned just because you can't take it and you can't tolerate it. Some people have allergies. I've seen you go into an open house with people with animals and your eyes water up.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats. So the minute I come in, and my eyes will start watering, my throat will start scratchy, and I turn into a whole nother person. I should have been given a Snickers. Probably not, because I'm big. But anyways, those are things that happen. Not only that, like you get into this house, so first we can clean it, right? Get it ready. You might want to paint it. Maybe the colors aren't your cup of tea. Right. So now paint is not cheap.
And I feel like you have to do all this work prior to moving in.
Oh, 100%.
I've been in my house when I did a renovation. Worst process of my entire life. I hated that process. I had to change my filters, my air filter every day, literally.
And those are things that people don't realize. Like when you're doing construction work inside the house, the changing of the filters, the covering of certain places so that it doesn't get dusty. Right. If you have flooring, you got to cover the flooring so you don't mark it up. Like there's a bunch of things. And again, we're not trying to like tell you don't buy a house.
Right.
All we're trying to tell you is like prepare for what these things are to come in the future.
And have a reserve fund for all that as well. You got funds for your down payment, your funds for your closing. Have some money set aside strictly for all this aftermath. After the close, there's certain things. You might have maintenance you have to do. And maybe you'll find out during the home inspection or something happens after you've already purchased the house and things happen. We've had clients who their pipes bursted in the house. Inspectors don't really rip up the flooring or anything like that to see if the pipes are good or not, but these things happen and you have to have an emergency fund for that.
Not only that, it could be something as simple as you move in. Let's say you got the U-Haul. The house is clean. You done moved in. You got all your stuff in there. Do you realize when you move in, just something as simple as food, like filling up the refrigerator, buying condiments, buying like all that, buying cleaning stuff for the house.
I went to like Publix the other day and I had like 4 items. It cost me like $70. I'm like, what? Bro.
And imagine when you first moved in and you needed blinds for the windows or you needed curtains for the windows or a shower rod. Just something as simple as a shower rod, right? Like all these things start adding up and then you go in and I didn't have a drill. I didn't have screws or I didn't have nails or I didn't have a hammer. Like
all these things.
Realize that all this piles up. And again, not to get you discouraged from buying a house.
The greatest thing to have a house anyway.
100%.
That's your kingdom, your castle, your sanctuary.
We just want you to be aware of costs that can come up in the back. And you're like, damn, that realtor didn't tell me nothing. Or damn, my loan officer didn't tell me nothing.
What we're telling you right now, pay attention.
So save up money, have it for a rainy day. Know that things will come up. Things with the roof can happen. Things with your AC can happen. Just have enough money for a rainy day so that you can cover those things and be prepared if they do happen.
And have a home warranty. That could be
your peace of mind.
Your peace of mind. At the closing table, you have a warranty, and a lot of these things that are coming up that we're discussing can be taken care of by that.
Also, I think the biggest thing that I wasn't aware of when I first moved, and you chime in if this happened to you too. But when I first moved to Florida, I moved from Savannah, Georgia, right? And I think my apartment was either 1,200 or 1,500 square feet. So it wasn't a small apartment by any means. It was 2 bedroom, 2 bath, with a loft, a big kitchen, a big living room, all that stuff. When I got down here to my 2,500 square foot house, there was 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and I put in everything that 25 or 30 foot truck had into my house. It still was empty.
It was empty. Everything was empty. You're like, this is not a what?
So now I'm over here looking for furniture, right? Like, now you're looking at Rooms to Go. By the way, if you're here in Central Florida, Rooms to Go has an outlet close to Tampa. Go check that out. That helps. You're just like
trying to fill it up.
You're
just
trying to
feel
fill
like
it up.
Home, right?
Exactly. You want it to be home, but at the same time, you just spent all this money on a down payment, closing costs, moving in, getting condiments for your hamburgers, hot dogs, and all that. Your ramen noodles, because guess what? You're going to be eating ramen noodles now.
Yo, the world wasn't done in one day. You don't have to do everything right away. I did renovations 4 years after the fact that I bought my house. But yes, like, there's going to be initial startup costs. and filling that house was something else because I wasn't used to living. I came from a 1-bedroom apartment and I moved into a 4-bedroom house with a pool and all that. I love my house. But yeah, it took a little while to start filling that place up. And Pablo warned me about that before I moved in. He was like, just so you know, you don't have enough for your house. Because I really did not have. I had a bed and like a little small couch, and that was it. That was not enough. But as a bachelor at the time, it was enough for me. I was like, cool.
So just know that expenses are going to happen.
Absolutely.
Don't get discouraged. I still think that home ownership is one of the most amazing things in the world. I love, especially when I go to my house, right? Like, my sanctuary. The minute I get into my neighborhood, I get into my driveway, I'm like, oh, yes.
I can breathe. Yeah, that's
exactly this is my safe space. This is my spot.
I don't have people above me knocking, running around with kids, or below me making noises, or better yet, at 2 o'clock in the morning when my apartment, I had to go outside and calm people down because they were so loud and I couldn't sleep. I had to get ready for work, right?
Yep.
And I had to do that several times. So that's...
Or nobody telling you can't do this to the wall, you can't paint the wall this color,
right.
You can't do this at this time. Like, no, it's my house. I do whatever I want.
100%.
So this is another episode of Lending Lounge. Hope you found this information informative and somewhat enlightening. If you did, please leave us a comment in the comment section. Share this with your friends. Let us know what you think. And if you have anything to add to this, let us know. What's one thing that you wish you would have known before you bought your house?
Absolutely. That's a great question.
And this is the Lending Lounge,
where closings are made simple.